Hello everyone, welcome back again to SelfCAD channel with SelfCAD 3D modeling basic tutorial. Today I will create a 3D low poly car. First I will insert a cube object into this point, and then we can use scale command to scale this box. Okay, I will move into here, then we scale again in a blue axis. Okay, now in here I will use polygon option. Okay, you select this object and we use polygon. You can click at this face, and next I will use extrusion. Okay, we extrude in amount of 5. The next I will use a scale command. We can scale in a right axis. Okay, you can click in here, right axis into here, and the last we can use extrusion again. I will extrude this face to the top, to this point. And now you can use a scale command. You can click confirm change. You can scale from a center point, make it more small to this point. Okay. Now I will select this face, and then in here I will use insert command to insert new polygons. Okay, I will set for amounts in here into 2. Next we can use insert again, and I will set amount into 1. Now we can use extrusion to extrude at this face, move into this point. And the next you can click OK. Now we can select again at this face. We can use insert command. We set amount 2. And next we can use insert again, amount 1. The last we use extrusion. We extrude into this point. Click OK. Now we create again in this face. Use insert tools and then set amount 2. The next insert again with amount 1. Now we can use extrusion to extrude at this face. Okay, we create again the last at this point. We use insert tools, set amount 2. Use insert again with amount 1. And the last we can use extrusion to extrude into this point. Click OK to apply. Okay, the next we can select at this face. I will use insert tools, and then I will use scale tools. You can click confirm. You can scale in a blue axis in here, and we scale again into this point. Now we can use extrusion to extrude at this face. Okay, I will move to the bottom into this point. Okay, the last I will select at this face. Now we can use move tools. I will move to the top in a green axis into this point. Okay, I will select at this face, and we can use insert again. The next we can use extrusion, confirm change, and I will extrude into this point. Okay, you can click OK. Now we can attach box objects. Okay, you can use this cube into this point, and I will use a scale command to scale this box object. You can uncheck this polygon and select this box. You can use scale. You can click at this center point, make it more small. Okay, and then we can use move tools to move this object into this point. Okay, you can zoom in, and then I will move into here. This for like. Okay, we move in blue axis and right axis. Okay, now I will press control button. We click at this blue axis. You can move to the right here to make it copy. Okay, now we copy again into this point. You can press Ctrl button, and in here I will use a scale tools to scale these objects in a blue axis into this point. Okay, you also can scale into here, and we scale into this point. Okay, now in the back I will use a polygon again. You can select these objects. You can click a polygon option. You can click at this surface, and in here I will use extrusion. Okay, we can extrude into here, and then I will use edge option. You can click edge, and then I will select at this edge. You can use the move tools. I will move in the green axis to the bottom here. We select again at this edge, and then we can move to the top a bit like this point. Okay, now to correct the tire, we can use this option cylinder. You can attach into here, and next I will uncheck this edge option. We select at this cylinder objects, and then you can use scale. Okay, I will scale, make it more small, and then next we can use rotate option to rotate in right axis, okay, into a 90 degree. Now we can use move tools to move these objects into this point. Okay, we move again in right axis, then I will move to the bottom a bit. Okay, now we already create this simple tire. We can copy these objects. Okay, you can click, and then I will use move tools. We can press Ctrl button, select this blue axis, move to the right here. Okay, it will be create a copy. I will move again into this point. Okay, make it the same. Now you can change into top view. We can change again in here into orthographic projection. You can zoom in, and I will select these two cylinder objects, and then you can press Ctrl button and use this right axis. We copy to the bottom. Okay, this for tire, and I will select this all object, but first I will copy these objects. We can use copy tools, okay, to copy, and then I will select this four cylinder object plus these objects. You can use a stitch and scoop, and in here I will use different to subtract with this mesh tool. Click in here, and it will be correct subtract object in this position. You can click OK to apply. Now we can move this object, cylinder objects. I will change into right view, and I will use a scale tools. We can scale this more small. Okay, I will scale, make it more small to this point, and then we can use move tools to move in a right axis. You can click here for right axis and move to this point. Okay, you can set in here into 67. Okay, now we can move again these objects into this point. So we change again into top view, and then I will select these center objects. You can use move tools to move in a blue axis to here. Okay, now I will use copy tools to copy these objects. You can press Ctrl button, click at this blue axis and move into here. We select again these two objects, and then we use Ctrl button, use this right axis and move into this point. Okay, in here we can change into right view, front view, and then I will move in the right axis into this point. Okay, you can set in here in x-axis, like I will set into 0,8. Okay, 0,6. Okay, this is 0,6. Okay, Now we already create this simple 3D models low poly card. You also can combine this all object. You can select this all objects. Okay, we select this all objects and then we can combine into one. You can click state and scope and then you can use this union option. It will be combined. You can click OK to combine. Now you also can change for a preview in here. Okay, and then you can click for 3D printings. It will be open a new tab for SelfCAD slicer. Okay, this for 3D printing with Untitled 12. You can set for 3D printing in here, and we're waiting for loading 3D models into this slicer. You also can set for quality in here and infill and another settings for your printer. Okay, you can click these objects and then you can set for a size. Like I will change size into 125. It will be more bigger. Now to slash these 3D models, you can click this slash button and we're waiting for slashing for these 3D models, preparing, and then it will be create slashing. Okay, now you can save in G-code in here. You also can preview for animation, printing animation in this play button. Okay, this for printing animation. Okay, enough today for SelfCAD 3D modeling basic tutorial how to create a low poly 3D card. If you have any question about this tutorial, you can comment below this video.